What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mike with Blunts and Beast, and today I'm gonna bring y'all a very motherfucking special deck profile. One that I love to play, one that's fun as fuck, and that's Phantom motherfucking Knights. Now, this is a deck that specializes in putting out rank 3 monsters all fucking day long. It can maximize the potential of utopic Draco future. With these cards combined together, it makes a really badass deck that can put out some really fucking impressive boards. And today, I'm going to show y'all a deck profile. I'm going to show y'all the combo tutorial. And I'll even give y'all some other options for shit you can tack in there if you really want to. So without further ado, let's fucking get to it, y'all. We're going to start this off with our main combo pieces. First up, we have the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. You can discard one card, send one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your graveyard, except the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. If another Phantom Knights card is in your graveyard is banished while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales once per turn. Now, this motherfucker basically just lets you load your fucking graveyard down with Phantom Knights monsters, what this deck fucking thrives on. Fucking load them down, banish it to get effects off, and then if one's banished twice to the graveyard, you get another special summon piece. This is going to be one of your two main normal summons. You're going to want to see this motherfucker as much as possible in your hand. Next up, we have 3 copies of Torgal from the Underworld. With this card as normal summon, you can special summon one level 3 Fiend monster from your hand or deck, but negate its effects. Also, it cannot be used as synchro material. Now, this deck does not give a fuck about synchros whatsoever. What you're going to do is normal summon her, and then special summon another copy of her from the deck with her effect. And then go into your fucking either level 3 Exceed or rank 3 Exceeds play, or go into Cherubini or some shit like that. These are your two main normal summons. Mostly, what the fuck you going to want to try? You going to want to summon her if you're scared of Ash, him if you don't give a fuck about it. Alright, next we'll go over your Phantom Knights extenders. We'll start with the Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. Really the only thing that matters on this motherfucker is the second effect that you can banish it from your graveyard, send one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your graveyard. You can only use each effect of Phantom Knights Ragged Gloves once per turn. So basically it's just another way to load your graveyard down, pop off some other effects that gets your combos going. Next we have 2 copies of Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. If this card is in attack position, you can target one dark monster on the field, change this card to defense position, and if you do that, that monster gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and add one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. You can only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak once per turn. So basically, this motherfucker just lets you pull your other Phantom Knights monsters and shit to your hand, so you can get some more combo pieces. A good searcher for your like Torn Scales and shit like that if you need it. Next, we have 2 copies of Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. I debated running this motherfucker at 3. I ended up going with 2 just to kind of help boost the consistency of the deck because I run a little bit more than 40 cards. I think it's like 43 or some shit like that. If you control a Phantom Knights monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots once per turn this way. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knight spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So basically, this motherfucker's just an extender, special summon him out, fucking help you get into your plays easier, and then you can banish him to search your Fog Blade or your fucking rank up or fucking any of that shit. Really good fucking card. And next, we have the Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves at 1. If the Phantom Knights monster is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can increase the level of this card by 1. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one Phantom Knights monster from your hand, and accept the Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves, and you can increase its level by 1. You can only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Stained Greaves once per turn. Now, another extended piece here fucking allows you to special summon itself, allows you to special summon another monster if you banish it. The part that you can raise the level up by 1 is optional as fuck. You don't have to do it. You're really not going to want to do that. You're going to want to leave these motherfuckers at 3 so you can keep popping off your plays. Now we'll go over some of the other extenders for your combos. We run 3 copies of Kagamuka Knight. When you normal summon a level 3 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used as synchro material. Last part's irrelevant as fuck. He's basically just another level 3 that's easy as fuck to get out, help you go into your rank 3 plays. We run 2 copies of Graph Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. If you control a monster that is not a Burning Abyss monster, destroy this card. You can only use one of these effects of Graph the Malbranch Burning Abyss per turn, and only once that turn. If you control no spells or traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Burning Abyss monster from your deck, except Graph Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. So another level 3, easy to get other fucking plays with, because you get to special summon something from the deck. Alright. Then we will run Seer Malbranch of the Burning Abyss at 1. First part of his effects is the same exact as Graph. If you control no spells or traps, you special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard, except Seer Malbranch of the Burning Abyss, special summon it. So it just brings something back from the graveyard for you, help you out. Then we run one copy of Far From Branch of the Burning Abyss. Same first effect as the rest of them. Control no spells or traps. You special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one monster on the field, banish it until the end phase. Now, this is a really good card for getting some of your problematic shit out of the way that, like, you gonna have a hard time fucking with. Next, we bring the Danger package, Danger Zushinoko and Danger Jackalope. Just because their ability to bring yourself out, they're both level 3. This one special summons itself no matter what. And this one, if you don't have Zushinoko in hand, you could use it. And if it gets discarded, you get to special summon Zushinoko. Or if it don't, you get to special summon itself to go to some more rank 3 plays. Now getting into the hand traps, first we're running 3 copies in the Beer of the Primal Being, just for his ability to fuck a damn field up if they summon more than 5 monsters in a turn. Like, really good fucking card. Love this motherfucker. Great for breaking boards. Then we run 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, and 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Now, I've thought about pulling some of the Effect Veiler out for maybe a Ghost Bell or something, or Infinite Impermanence. It's really up to y'all what y'all think. Just, I'd love to hear y'all's opinions on it. And then lastly, we run the Dragoon package, just because this really helps this deck ability to negate shit. If it gives it a little boost that it needs. I mean, I ain't really got to say nothing about these cards. They're pretty self-explanatory. Next, we go run 1 copy of Foolish Burial, because obviously you're going to want to see your monsters in the graveyard to pop them combos off and shit. We run 1 copy of Reinforcement of the Army, add 1 level 4 lower warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Then we run 1 Monster Reborn. And then 3 copies of the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Fortune. Now, this card is really fucking important for your Xyz plays. During the main phase, you can banish 1 or more Dark Monster from your graveyard to target 1 Dark Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1, the Phantom Knights Raid Raptor Xyz Dragon Xyz monster, whose rank equals that of the target of monster you control, plus the number banished by using it as material. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Xyz monsters. This is treated as Xyz summon. Transfer its materials to this monster. You can only activate 1 Phantom Knights rank up Magic Force per turn. Really good fucking card. Helps you go into like Ark Rebellion and shit like that. Then we have a Phantom Knight's Fogblade. Activate this card by targeting 1 effect monster on the field. Negate that face-up monster's effect. That face-up monster cannot attack. Also, monsters cannot target that face-up monster for attacks. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target 1 Phantom Knight's monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only activate this effect of Phantom Knight's Fogblade once per turn. Now, this is an important card just for its ability to fucking negate shit and bring your monsters back. And then we have 1 copy of the Phantom Knight's Wing. Target 1 face-up monster to the field. It gains 500 attack. Also, the first time that target would be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target 1 Phantom Knight's monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So basically, it's just protection for your monsters, a little 500 attack boost, and you get to bring something back if you banish it from the graveyard. Then we run 1 copy of the Phantom Knights of Shade Brigandine. Now, this one, you could special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster. Warrior Dart, level 4, attack 0, defense 300. This card is not treated as a trap. If you have no traps in your graveyard, you can activate this card the turn it was set. You can only activate 1 Phantom Knights of the Shade Brigandine per turn. Now, this card's basically just lets you bring it out as a monster on turn 1 if you don't have anything in your graveyard. Really good fucking card. Good for helping you get some more pieces to go into your links and shit like that. Now next we're moving on to our Xyz extra deck monsters. We'll start with Laver the Sea Dragon at 1. He's a level or rank 3 Xyz. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. The target 1 banished level 4 lower monster. Special summon that target to your field. So he basically says you get some recursion out of your Phantom Knights. It puts extra bodies on the field as you need them. Then we run 2 copies of the Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card to target 1 card you control and 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy them. If this Xyz summon card is destroyed, you can target 2 Phantom Knights monsters with the same level in your graveyard. Special summon them and increase their levels by 1. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except Dark monsters. Now, more than likely, you're going to be using him to pop himself, so you get that second effect off to summon the level 3 some of your Phantom Knights to increase their level by 1. So you go to our next guy here, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, who takes 2 level 4 monsters. You can attach 2 materials from this card to target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. This attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that lost attack. Now, it's a pretty neat effect, but you're not going to find yourself using it a whole lot. You're basically just using him to rank up And that's where our next monster comes into play here. Arc Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. Now, I love this motherfucker. He's a walking OTK. Normally, he takes 3 level 5 monsters, but you get around that shit with a Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Force and Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. His effect reads, this Exceeds Summon card cannot be destroyed by card effects. You could attach one material from this card. This card gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field. And if this card has a Dark Exceeds monster attached to it as material, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. After this effect resolves, you cannot declare attacks to other monsters for this turn. Now, this shit, the last part's really irrelevant. You don't matter that you can't attack with other monsters because this motherfucker's a walking OTK. He gains every fucking thing's attack. Plus, he has a Dart Ruler No More effect to negate every effect on the field. So, really good fucking card. So, your opponent runs Dragoon. You can use something else, bait the negate, bring this motherfucker out, negate his effect, fucking gain attack, and fucking just wipe the motherfucker out in the game right there. Next, we run 1 copy of Zeus, 1 copy of Utopic Future. Now, this card, 2 Exceeds monsters with the same rank except number monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and neither player takes battle damage from attacks involving this card. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster, you can take control of that opponent's monster until the end of the battle phase. If this face-up card on the field will be destroyed by a card effect, you can attach 1 material from this card instead. Now, his effect's really not that important because you're going to be using him to go to Utopic Draco Future. 3 Exceeds monsters with the same rank except number monsters. This card's original rank is always treated as 1. This card is always treated as a Utopic Future card. You can also Exceed summon this card using number F0 Utopic Future you control as material. Transfers materials to this card. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, and if that monster is on the field, gain control of it. So basically, this motherfucker's got a negate plus a change of heart. He can't be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects. So all you really have is non-destructive fucking removal of him. Really good fucking card. Now moving on to the Link monsters, we run 1 copy of Cherubini Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. Monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If this card will be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can send 1 other card you control to the graveyard instead. You can send 1 level 3 monster from your deck to your graveyard to target 1 Burning Abyss monster on the field. It gains attack and defense equal to the attack and defense of the monster sent to the graveyard until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect of Cherubini Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss once per turn. So basically, he's just here to send you other Burning Abyss monsters to the graveyard, pop their effects out to summon their shit back, summon other monsters, shit like that. Next, we run 1 copy of the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish. During the main phase, you can send 1 Phantom Knights monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then set 1 Phantom Knight spell or trap directly from your deck to your spell or trap zone. If a Dark Exceeds monster is summoned to a zone this card points to, while this monster is on the field, except during the damage step, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. You can only use each of the effect of the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish once per turn. Cannot be used as link material. So basically, this motherfucker's here just to get you Phantom Knights monsters in the fucking graveyard, set shit on the field, and also be able to pop stuff really fucking easily with the Exceeds plays. Then we'll run 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix, basically just so you can discard a card to target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it, because this deck doesn't really have a lot of back row removal, so you need whatever the fuck you can. I'd run something like this, run Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm and shit in the side deck, just to help you out a little bit. Then we run 1 copy of IP Masquerina for her effect to be able to do a link summon to your opponent's main phase and make that monster to where it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then for the monsters she'll be summoning with that, we have Boral Sword Dragon. Everybody knows who this motherfucker is. He don't need any kind of introduction. Can't be destroyed by battle. He's stopped from being destroyed by card effects of Masquerina. Half your opponent's monsters attack when he attacks. You can fucking switch up to the defense with his other effect to be able to attack twice. Like, this thing's a walking OTK machine also. Really badass. Just gives this deck some more versatility. And last but not least, we run our Dragoon package. Verte Anaconda and Dragoon himself. Alright, now as promised, I'm going to bring you motherfuckers a little combo tutorial real quick. We will start off by drawing 5 cards for a test hand. Not bad at all here. Now first thing you want to do is normal summon Torn Scales, which will allow us to special summon Kagamuka because we normal summon a level 3 monster. Then we will special summon Silent Boots because we control the Phantom Knights. We'll activate Scales effect. We will pitch Gloves. In order to send 1 Phantom Knights card from the deck to the graveyard, we will go 1 copy of Fog Blade. We will link the Kagamuka, link the Scales for Cherubini. We will activate Cherubini's effect, send 1 Burning Abyss to the graveyard, we will send Graph, and then by Graph's effect, we could special summon a Seer. So we'll link the Cherubini, link the Seer for Rusty Bardiche. Seer's effect will activate a graveyard, allowed us to special summon one Burning Abyss monster. We will go with Cherubini. Then we will activate Bardiche's effect to send one Phantom Knights monster from the deck to the graveyard. Don't matter which one. In this case, we'll go with a copy of Gloves. In order to set one Phantom Knight spell or trap, we'll go with Fob Blade. Then we will banish the Ragged Gloves in order to send Ancient Cloak to the graveyard. And then because we banished the Phantom Knights monster, we'll get the special summon Torn Scales back. Then we will go ahead, banish the Ancient Cloak. In order to add one Phantom Knights monster from the deck to the hand, we'll go with one copy of Stained Greaves. Then we will go ahead and Exceed summon these two for Laver the Sea Dragon. We will detach a material. In order to special summon one of our banished level 3 monsters, we'll go with Ancient Cloak. We'll activate his effect to change him to defense mode, power him up by 800 attack. And since we special summoned a Phantom Knights card, we're allowed to special summon Greaves, but we're not going to activate his effect to make him a level 4. And you'll see why here in just a second. We'll go ahead and Exceed summon these two for Break Sword, which allows us to get a pop off with Cherubini. So we will Exceed summon these two, having to send their materials to the graveyard in order to special summon number F0 Utopic Future. And then we'll go ahead and Exceed summon again and get number F0 Utopic Future Draco. Now this is a decent board already. We got this motherfucker on the field with 3 material. He can't be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects, plus gets 3 monster effects and steals. So not a bad setup at all, but we ain't done with this shit quite yet. Now, we'll go ahead, banish the Fog Blade, which will allow us to special summon Boots. And then from there, we will link the Boots, link the Cherubini away for Pediplant, Verte, Anaconda. We'll activate his effect, pay 2,000 life points, send Red Eyes Fusion to the graveyard, which will allow us to send Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon to the graveyard in order to summon the boy himself, motherfucking Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Then we will go ahead and banish the Boots from the graveyard in order to add one Phantom Knight spell or trap to the hand in the form of Fog Blade. Now, this will be our end board for turn 1. Really good fucking setup here. We got one monster that can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Fucking gets to fucking negate, gets to fucking steal. And then we got fucking Bardiche over here with 2,900 attack. You special summon another Dark Exceeds monster next turn. You'll get more pops off and shit. Then we got motherfucking Dragoon himself with fucking an Omni Negate. Lets him gain an attack boost. Plus he gets to destroy up to 2 cards every fucking turn and do some burn damage to your shit. He can't be targeted by card effects. Can't be destroyed by card effects. And then we have 2 more negates face down here in the form of Phantom Knight's Fob Blade. So really fucking impressive setup here. Basically, your opponent's fucked when it comes to their turn. Alright, that about wraps it the fuck up for today. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed the fuck out of this shit as much as I have making it. Like I said, alternatively, there's some other cards you could tech in here if you really wanted to. You could pull the Arc Rebellion. You could put Dark Requiem Exceeds in order to get some monster negates, because you could special summon it on your opponent's turn with the rank up Magic Force. Or you could tech in Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Another one of my favorite cards to run any of this shit. It's not hard to get 4 monsters on the field at a time and then fucking destroy a problematic card that your opponent controls. But like I said, if you enjoy this shit, like and subscribe to this motherfucker. Like, I'd really appreciate the fuck out of it. I'd love to hear any comments y'all have about this deck. Anything y'all think could improve, any kind of suggestions, anything. Like, hit me up, y'all. As always, I hope y'all motherfuckers have a good day. I'll holler at y'all later.